brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as
3, 2, 1. Brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as Fuck. My name is Alexander Safa. You can call me Skinny. I'm here with my co-host, my partner in crime, the darkest brother in the whole squad, B. Walt. How you doing, brother?
And darker than everybody else, I guess.
Yeah, you know why I said that? Because you sent me 12 dark-skinned middle fingers this whole fucking weekend.
So you got those.
I got all of them, motherfucker, all 15 of them.
That's good.
Yeah. You want to let everybody know why you was sending me such slander?
I don't remember. I got to look back on it.
Because you don't have a reason, B. Walt. You had no reason for doing it.
I don't need one. I don't need one. You know what? Old people, they get old and they just do shit. I think I'm at that age. I'm at that age now. You might catch me walking in the street in my boxes and some sunglasses and some dress shoes one day.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, this is Black as Fuck. This is Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Episode 20 motherfucking 1.
What is all that behind you? That's
what, oh, that?
Yeah. Those action figures?
Those are action figures, bro. Can you see? Can you see?
Go up, scroll up. I see some games up there.
Yeah, man. One of them
hot.
we're gonna talk about. A lot of Maddens, though. You know it ain't my collection.
Oh hell no! Not with the Maddens. Maybe the 2K, maybe, but the Maddens, nah.
Yeah. This is the Black as Fuck headquarters second secret base.
Black as Fuck East.
Yeah. That's right. Right in the middle of Pangea. Ho. Let's see what we got going on today. Oh, let me finish the intro. You can find us at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at BLACKAZFUK. That is Black as well. You know how to spell. We are also here every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can check out our show live at www.blackafhq.com. We got some dope art there, a lot of Black characters, a lot of good Black chocolate feng shui. You should come see what the fuck we're doing. I think it's a good look. Maybe because I had some input on it, just a bit. I don't know. I'm in my feelings right now. I sound like a light-skinned dude. Let me stop and give it to B. Walt. Let's talk about some Spider-Man. Since we looking at it, there was ScreenRant.com had an article about potentially giving Spider-Man web wings as an upgrade to his armor in the game. The game that's been fired for what, 4 years now? It's been out that long? Yeah. What do you think about web wings on Spider-Man as an upgrade, B. Walt, to your video game experience? And when do we just really start calling him Batman little son cousin?
He's Batman's son cousin because of the fighting mechanics, clearly. But
I mean, they ripping everything else, you know.
Web wings didn't do nothing for him in the comics. They was just a look. They didn't give him any fucking ability. So I mean, I don't see the point.
Well, remember because you're a Marvel guy. And I know you have this movie. The second one with Tom Holland with Mysterio. There was a moment that they were referencing specifically from that movie, as in that would be great to have traveling through Manhattan and shit like that, where he's sort of getting his Arkham Knight on between the buildings.
You know what? Actually, the web wings are an Easter egg in the first one. You actually find them And he says, "Oh, yeah, these are cool, but they didn't do shit." He actually
You
said,
know what? You're right. I remember that.
"Yeah." So,
And talk about in the video game itself, right?
yeah, it's better that they didn't. I mean, they the game was good at acknowledging a lot of the comic shit, the fandom, but that it's, it's fine.
Don't matter to you. All right, let's keep it pushing. Bridgerton star Regé-Jean Page. I do not know if I'm saying that right. Right. Please forgive me. I don't know why that Australian just sort of jumped out. Right. Is now trending as the leading man for the next James Bond movie. So Bridgerton, I wish we had Kai and Jennifer on from Project
I
31.
did not go back and watch that shit. Most of the time I get homework and I do it. I did not watch that shit, so I know nothing about Homeboy other than him being skinny and light skinned.
Well, you saw Bridgerton, right?
Nah, bro. Like they talked about it in the what I forget what episode there was. They talked about it for a good 20 minutes.
Oh, you said you never went back to that one. Okay, right on. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Do you see him? Well, they voted him no, even though they liked him as the next man of Wakanda. How do you see him? Do you see him as the next James Bond? Is that something you can see happen?
I don't know. Daniel Craig was formidable, man. Dude was built up. He could take a beat and then he could give one. This guy looks kind of small. Can he fight? It's kind of like, remember when they was giving on girl shit for Wonder Woman? Like, oh, she's too small. She can't be Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman beats ass for her. The Daniel Craig James Bond was kind of a beast and that kind of shit. Like he was.
I feel like that's your favorite one. The way you speaking about it.
Out of all of them, yeah, he's my favorite. But I'm just saying, like, did you watch all four?
I did.
Right. So
number 1 and number 4 are my favorites.
So you saw how he was, man. Like he was relentless. Like he would get beat up and he would just keep going. He would dish it out too, and he was swole. Like so, this dude kind of small. I mean, they could put him in the weight room or something. He might be able to pull it, but we have to see. So who is it between him and what white man?
Well, it was just mainly focused on him. This is I think this is another Screen Rant. No, this is an Esquire. I think something tells me the demographic of Bridgerton is a better look or closer in proximity to what he would be dealing with regarding the James Bond franchise as opposed to, Man of Wakanda. But I agree with you. Like Daniel Craig had for a white man, he had an athletic prowess to the character. Like he looked like he could fuck you up, and at times he did, even with the injury. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. You don't get that from them, which is what Jennifer and Kai would talk about. Like, I need somebody with some can't be him. I need somebody with some And it was like, okay, whatever that means.
They could put him in the movie, sure, but I don't see him as like the lead.
Right. He feels more like a second guy to the dude. Just looking at him right now. So
if you're picking a brother to be Bond,
well, we know who it should be.
I remember they was talking Idris for a minute.
That's who it should be. Absolutely.
Yeah, he looked like he could throw down too, just from his Stringer Bell days. He looked like he'd get with you.
And if I honestly believe it'd be a good look for him, but Michael Jai White.
You think he can pull it in?
I think he can.
Spawn.
I do. You clean him up. Yeah, it's all there. I think he could do it. He doesn't get enough play, but maybe because he doesn't like playing the game. There's always politics involved. But I don't see how he isn't on even more than he already is. How doesn't he have like 2 Marvel movies and 5 DC joints? You know what I mean? Like,
I can see that. I mean, he did do Spawn.
Right, and Spawn wasn't shitty because of him.
No, it was not.
You know, if anybody could see that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think either one of those would work. Let's keep going. Huh. ScreenRant.com says Snake Eyes should have been Asian from the start, says the creator. Your thoughts, B. Walt? I don't know really how to respond to this.
Henry Golding is an Asian person, though, right? I mean, I don't know if he's full, but he's part Asian, right? At least the guy playing. They mean the character or the person playing him? Because the character in the '80s was a white kid, right?
Well, see, that was the thing. Episode 3, he was breakdancing, like he was full Turbo and Ozone, and they hadn't said much about him, so you just thought he might have been either Asian or black, which, in terms of the connotation, there's some legitimacy to that. But yeah, it later on you found out that he was like on some Ken and Ryu shit, like American, went to Japan, got raised by there, studied, learned the arts, and then, you know, came back to serve his country type shit. Real Michael Dudikoff level type of storylines.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
But he's completely Asian in this reboot, so that's probably why he's saying it.
They trying to make James Bond black. They should make. I mean, it makes sense for him to be.
So should they just disregard 30 years of white Snake Eyes?
Well,
Nicolas Cage.
It started in the '80s, man. And you know what the '80s was. You know what the '80s promoted. And so when you're talking G.I. Joe, all of that ancillary characters was the minorities. The majority of the more important characters was the white people. So, I mean, now, sure, you could be Asian. They would never have done it in the '80s, though. They never would have done it in the '80s, but now you got to do that. You should have been anyway.
Let's keep going. Ghost of Ikashima, reportedly in development for both the PS4 and the PS5. B. Walt, we're both fans of this. How you feeling?
Yeah, I got excited when I saw this one. I'm just hoping it don't take too long to drop. And I'm curious as to where they're going to take it. Because I mean, there's some historical accuracy to the first game, but technically there's a lot that was left up to the imagination of the creators. With that being said, I'm assuming that they're going to have to do the same thing with this. I think Ichida Island they're talking about is a real island that does exist as a part of it. Don't quote me, I could be wrong, but I remember seeing that similar in that. So I mean, it depends on what the story's like. As long as the gameplay is the same and the story's solid, I'm looking forward to that. Like, I was excited about that.
Well,
was that a good enough dance?
It was amazing. Well, I wasn't even gonna say nothing. What?
I'm just saying because I'm saying because I couldn't remember if you finished that game or not.
You know,
I know you was getting nice. I know you was getting nice with it, and then
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody just was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let him win today or forever. It's cool. I've gotten over it. I don't even feel the same. I don't.
I would hope not.
Yeah. I want to finish what I started though.
Sure. Come over and get the station. It's sitting there.
I'm not allowed in the house, B. Walt.
Well, some of us have done certain things to be able to come over. Other people can't get into Black as Fuck without a password. You don't got the password yet. Get the password, man.
I feel like Uncle Theophilus.
You jazz, homie. You jazz.
Nah, man, ain't nobody throwing me out. I can't get in. I'm gonna get thrown out of some shit. I can't even manage to get in. And you the DJ, fool.
Not in a while.
I'm the one trying to do the running man. Oh man. All right. What's the next one? Smallville animated series in the works from Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum. Do you know who those two white people are, B-Walt?
Tom Welling was the dude who played Teenage Superman.
Smallville's finest.
And Michael Rosenbaum, if I'm not mistaken, played Teenage Lex Luthor, right?
Smallville's finest. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Don't ask me how I feel about it. You explain how you feel about it because you already know how I feel about it. So,
wow, you just pew 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 pew.
you know, we've had discussions about Superman in the past. So my opinion is null and void here. It does not matter.
This is my favorite interpretation of a live action Superman.
The original,
the Smallville, original Smallville, yeah, because the whole series is about his growth. He's not the dude that never loses here. He's, sometimes he's jumping from the free throw line, sometimes he's jumping over the whole stadium. Sometimes it's heat vision, and then other times it's some cold breath. But he's like tripping and falling and getting up along the way. And frankly, I thought, Welling was, in terms of his age, like they could literally groom him to like just be that dude. You know what I mean? Like as he got older. But, who knows what they were thinking? No one knows what DC is thinking. So that's always a problem. But he's always done, in my opinion, a really good job with the characters. So, and I thought this Lex was good too. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. And you know how DC does with the animated. They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to the animated shit. With actual humans and live people, that's a different story. But give them some fake fictional shit, they got to flap through with the papers. Yeah.
But you like the series. You like the original series.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix right now.
And what was it? It was on Lana Lang as opposed to Lois Lane, which is retarded. Just saying that.
That ain't real? That's not a canon character?
No, it is. But just the whole stupid double redundant alliteration. La 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 la. Like, get the fuck out of here, DC.
Ain't that old girl that made that whack ass Chun-Li movie?
Oh, it is. It's absolutely her. But at this time, she hadn't made it, and she was still cute. That girl was cute. That girl is fine. Yeah, man. So I was enjoying that show. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Moving on. Warner Brothers hits Justice League director Zack Snyder for his explicit tweet of Batman going down on Catwoman. 4 months ago, I couldn't stand Zack Snyder. Today, Zack Snyder is like my third favorite director of all time. This dude, he made a drawing. You heard the whole thing about Harley Quinn, the animated show, and what they were doing about Batman. Like they took a scene out. Right. And, it's, if you're a geek, you've been hearing about it, shit like that. And when he drew this dope ass picture of Batman eating the fuck out of Catwoman, like his groceries, my nigga. Like he was going in. He was in full bat suit, everything, like shark repellent at the ready, fucking it up. And it's Catwoman. It's fucking Catwoman. That's like she's like your fourth or fifth crush because you got Wonder Woman and then there's Storm. And I'm only saying Storm because it came out to Wonder Woman. Don't look into that any more than it is. And then, it could be Babs after that or the little light-skinned rodent from Rescue Rangers, depending on when you went to school, when you didn't, what you was into. And then it's Catwoman. Because it might be the Baroness too. The Baroness, she was with the glasses, she brunette. I'm not alone in this, B-Walt. Where you at?
Man, I think it would have been more of a human character than somebody you might see on Space Jam. The Baroness is definitely on the list, though. I give you that. But you was talking about oh shit. Penny from Inspector Gadget before Babs. Oh,
I'm not in the blondes, yo. I don't do blondes. I don't. I mean, don't wait now.
When you were a kid, though, I mean, you're a 5-year-old watching this, like.
That's what the chicks are. I mean, what's the real life shit that was hot? Punky Brewster. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We
watching the Small Wonder.
The Cosbys.
The Cosbys. He had tons of kids to choose from.
Oh man, at least 3.
Right.
And then the ones that came to visit.
They came to visit. Hey Sherry, how you doing? Family Matters? Bro, listen.
Please.
Bro.
At least 6.
In the days, this day and age. Really? All that, man. All that.
Oh man.
The vein of addition is playing in his eyes.
And that's on HBO Max and Netflix, I believe. Man. It was Laura and Myra Monkhouse and Laura's homie.
And
Laura's other homie.
We was talking about Boy Meets World until we found out she was a racist.
Oh man, that's why she got that old white lady neck now. Fuck that.
Exactly. That's called karma. All of your Adam's apple, Hope. All on it.
That skin looks like it's falling off her face. That's what happens when you're racist.
It looks like it's falling over itself, falling off her face. Like it just can't stop.
like it's rushing to.
It can't get off her. It can't get off her neck bone fast enough.
Because can you believe this shit that she did to these black people? Like her skin is appalling how she acted.
It's like it's tripping over itself continuously.
Ugh.
Like it won't stop.
Ugh.
Damn, Topanga. In high school, you was the, I don't even know where to rhyme at. Yeah, I must shut up. Let's keep it pushing. The boys have casted The Walking Dead's Laurie Holden as a new superhero for season 3.
This old girl that was with Glenn.
I was gonna ask you, bro. I don't know who that is.
Laurie Holden. Because if this old girl that was with Glenn, she's been in a lot of stuff. She's pretty dope. I can see.
Look it up. What's it say? What's it say? What's the Google say?
Trust Google. Laurie Holden. Ah! No. That's not the one that was with Glenn. That was the blonde who annoyed the shit out of me for the first season. She always looked worried, nigga. Like I couldn't stand that character. I was glad when she finally died. And they did this episode, because she was one of the principals. So they did this episode when she went out. It was supposed to be all like, oh my gosh. It was like I was happy as a motherfucker. I couldn't stand this woman on the show. Hold on. I don't know if that's going to be clear enough for you to see.
Let me see. Nah,
can you see that?
It's bright.
Nah, I couldn't stand that lady. I was ready. Like there was certain characters like you liked them after a while. Like Carol, I didn't like at first, but she became a G. This one, I couldn't wait for her to get killed because she was always judgmental. It's like, shut the fuck up. This is the apocalypse, yo. Just, I couldn't stand her. They bring her to where? To the boys? As what?
Season 3.
As what?
A new superhero.
Jesus. Superhero or villain?
It says new superhero. Yep.
Hopefully she's a villain.
It says new.
But you know, I mean, no, because you know how the heroes start out being okay and then they can turn quick. Like the one girl who everybody liked at first was a Nazi at the end of season 2. So hopefully she turns out, I couldn't stand that character.
That's so
and
funny.
walking.
Let's keep going. Let's see what we got here. Metal Gear Solid anime series was once pitched to Hideo Kojima by the Toonami founder, according to comicbook.com. You watched Toonami back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Right. I could have seen that happen. That was a good idea. That's a really good idea. That was right after the PlayStation 1 had that version had just dropped. The OG one.
I'm on the fence about it. It could have been done well, but then it could have been a bomb. It could have been a real bomb.
It definitely depends on who was producing it. I feel like it needed to be a Madhouse or something like that. But they can be a bit over the top with their shit. Yeah, it couldn't have been Funimation. You can't do Metal Gear by the people that do Naruto. That's not gonna work. But maybe the people that did Cowboy Bebop, if they were running it, because I don't really know of any tactical espionage animes like that makes sense. But it would have been interesting to see. They can still do that now, to be honest. Well, never mind. No, they can't.
Pete would love it.
Yeah, we need Pete on this one segment. Man.
Right. One way or another, Pete would love it. But
yeah.
They're supposed to be coming out with a movie too, ain't they?
Yeah. All without Kojima though. No Kojima.
See.
Right.
Some of my favorite games did not transfer well over the movies, so like that's what bothers me. I mean, 90% of them, 95% of them did not transfer well over the movie.
No.
Or series for that matter. I think the best series right now ever for a video game is the Castlevania animated joint. Because I started thinking back on the other shit, like that Super Mario Brothers movie was ass. It's like Double Dragon was ass, except for
Alyssa Milano.
Right.
If anybody's listening, they didn't figure out I got to type. Now Castlevania, if season 4, if the entire series felt that way from start to finish, I would put it right below Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Season 4 was that impressive to me. Just the way they tied everything up and closed it out. Like, really, really good job. Nothing felt forced. They turned the budget up when the action scenes was going. The combos was working. My man Alucard found him a little pretty brown. All good stuff. All good stuff. And Isaac is Black Jon Snow. He will fuck you up.
And has the calm voice too.
Right.
The homeboy was always calm. He reminded me of a teacher.
Have a Betty.
A librarian or something. Right. Have a Betty before I
have a Betty.
Pull your jugular out.
Here. Have a Betty. Every time. Nah, I agree with you. Another Konami property. Go figure, right? All right.
You got me thinking about it. There's so many games that were turned into movies that were just so ass. Hitman, like it was so many of them.
Hitman should have been easy.
Yeah, copy any fucking
right.
Any Bond spy movie. Yeah.
Right.
Assassin's Creed was a C-.
Yeah, and it had Magneto in it, who I'm a fan of.
Hmm. Well,
I'm
I guess
thinking now, like, yeah, because Street Fighter is awful, and Castlevania was by far better than Mortal Kombat, old or new.
yeah. Yeah.
But see, you still need to see that Sonic the Hedgehog movie, though. You need to see that. I'm not saying it's better than Castlevania, but you need to see it for yourself.
You know what? I'll catch it before the end of the week, I guess.
It's worth it.
So the only thing we got right now to worry about is Loki. Yeah, I'll see what I can catch.
That's great timing because that's our next fucking segment. Look at that. Look at that. It's like Pippen and Jordan is back and jumping from the free throw line again. Yep. So clearly you've seen episode 3 because one of them sets of dark skinned middle fingers you sent me was right after that. Nigga.
You know what those stand for, right? Fuck. Fuck.
Yo, that was Kate Herron is killing it. That director's on fire. For sure.
That Loki is great. I'm really enjoying Loki. I'm gonna have to put that out of the 3 series that we got right now. I'm gonna have to put that at number 1.
I was. This looked super promising after episode 1, and just in terms of characters, I was already more of a fan of his than the other 2 shows. So when we were talking about it back then, I was like, potentially, if they continue on this, yeah, it'll be better. And sure enough, it is not disappointed. This shit is fucking juice. This shit is great. Yeah, this is the best movie that's not a movie for the best character so far. And we got 3 more episodes, right?
Is it 6 or 8? Please tell me it's 8.
I hope it's 8, but they I feel like it's 6. And then they do 6. Batis.
Yeah, but those are two different let's see here. Loki.
I feel like it's 6.
6 episodes.
Halfway done. Damn. Moral.
Loki is great. And like all the people they brought into it too, like old girl from Lovecraft Country is in it. Like I just like how they casted it. Like it's just a good show all the way around. Owen Wilson. Oh no, not Owen, the other one.
That's on. That's on.
That's Owen. I always get them two confused.
Oh, good. We all do it. Yeah, Hiddleston is holding it the fuck down. It's really good. Like I end up watching the episode like multiple times, like until Wednesday. Like I've seen this 3rd one 3 times, and it's still fucking good. I don't know, you start to see it more and you kind of see like, oh, there's things, okay, that aren't perfect. But the first time and every time I enjoy them, every fucking time. So kudos to Kate as a director. That's amazing. And she's kicking ass. So that's what's up. All right, I think we got 2 more. Yeah, let's do 2 more. Get on out of here. GameRant.com announced last week, Legacy of Kain remastered, rumored to be announced this year. B. Waltz, are you getting your copy pre-ordered today, or are you going to do it after the show?
No. Let's get the terminology correct. Because a remaster means one thing, and then the other whatever means another thing. Yeah. So a remaster means a rebuild from the bottom up, or are they just fleshing some shit out and making it
remaster is an upgrade to the visuals of the game. So
What about the controls and stuff like that?
shouldn't be touched. You don't typically do that in a remaster. Usually a remaster consists of upgrades to the visuals, either to current status or close as to, and a few different extra options in terms of like extras and, you know, different pieces of content and things of that nature. Now they don't have an engine they can go to like Resident Evil did with their series, but so I wouldn't think it was a complete overhaul in that sense, where they changed the entire engine. Legacy of Kain never got that sophisticated. But it's exciting to have that shit back. Like, that's one of the best stories ever, bro. Legacy of Kain. Someone should do a limited series on that.
Yeah, they could. That's a good idea. They could.
Who was
They
your
really
favorite
could.
character?
They could take that shit all the way through. I like, you know what? On some real shit. I like I like Kain. That's my nigga.
Because he's an asshole like you.
Nah, as evil as he seemed to be, the shit made sense. The shit made sense, except for at the end when he was selfish, which, of course, him being selfish spawned all the rest of the games. So without him being selfish, you wouldn't have the rest of the games. But the character himself, like the way he was moving, didn't actually not make sense. So Kain, easily Kain. But then Homeboy was cool too, but Kain, I'd have to go with Kain.
Raziel all day. Raziel, Pawn, and Messiah. You know, looking back on the CG from the second game or the first Soul Reaver, in that moment when he decides to toss him into the water, he thinks about it. He approaches the camera and then considers as if something was there already. And I didn't get it when I first saw that animation, but now all the things that we watch and, you know, we've been talking about and what we're working on, it's like, yo, there was a lot more in that little subtle moment that I even picked up on. But we've been saying for years, the girl, the lady, I forget her name all the time, that wrote that story, she ended up writing for Naughty Dog and the Uncharted stuff. Like, that story is amazing. It's fucking amazing. It really is. Game of Thrones and a video game type shit. Until the season that never happened, of course. Of course. But you're gonna play it though, right?
Yeah. It's one of the best games I've ever played, story-wise and everything else. So yeah, I'll play it. I was just curious as to what the look was gonna be.
Yeah, it's not a reboot. Reboot could be a complete overhaul. I'm pretty sure that this is to test out the waters, see if anybody's still fucking with it.
There's a lot of old heads that'll fuck with it.
I guess we're in that category at certain aspects, which is funny. Let's talk about the Shang Chi trailer, this new joint. You peep that?
Hell yeah, this shit was fire, Joe. This shit was fire.
Marvel doing the wushu, the kung fu, the ghost face killer.
Are they gonna kill that white boy in this shit? Is Iron Fist gonna make an appearance and get dropped?
I know, right? That's so funny.
They should. Like,
they should kill. This would be the best way to end his ass. Like, for sure. For sure. They should go reshoot that right fucking now. Like, beginning of Act 2. Like, end that motherfucker. Danny Rand. Best thing that came out of that was the son that ended up getting that role in the Ozarks as the brother.
Yeah, I like dude. Dude is cool. I like him.
Dude was I hope he won whatever you're supposed to win for the category he was up for, because he murdered that shit.
Yeah.
But he was shitting Iron Fist just like everybody else was. Fucking Skittles. Now where was we? I think that's it for now. We got to get out of here. We got things to do. B Walt, anything you want to say before we close? What you looking forward to? What you got rocking for the week?
Shit, we got Loki Wednesday. So you know that's on there. Like like after I caught up, it's like, yeah, okay, I gotta watch this shit every Wednesday now. You know what I'm saying? So that's Loki Wednesday. I think that's NBA playoffs. I ain't really fucking with no games and shit right now. Oh, Scarlet Nexus is out. That shit is straight, but I haven't had time to dive into
And Returnal's data got fucked up, right?
it. Returnal, which they fried, like a major part of the game is to die, right? So I didn't mind the fact that I kept fucking dying over and over again. I told you this. But one thing that I don't like is some old bullshit corrupt data shit. Like that shit pissed me off because the bosses are not easy to fight. The bosses, like when you beat a boss, nigga, like that's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So what ended up happening was I think I beat the second or third boss or some shit like that. And then I went back and it wouldn't let me access the game. They were like, the shit was corrupted. So what it did was the system rebuilt whatever up to the point before it corrupted, which was right before the fight. I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
Oh wow.
Because that fight, like nigga, I'm telling you, there's certain, like the way Returnal works is every time you die, you come back and the whole world has changed. Which means some of the shit that you need to fight the boss, you might not even find during that go round. It's all luck of the draw. So you think, oh, I know the tricks to this boss, whatever, da 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 da. But the issue is when you come back, homie, you need all the same shit that you beat that boss with, and it's very hard for you to roll the dice and get all that same shit back and be able to face him the same way. So I'm like, I ain't finna do this shit because it's not gonna be just one more fight. It's gonna be like 10 or 12 bouts with this nigga till you get the right combination of items and gun, because you don't even get to keep your fucking gun. So you got to get the right combination of items and guns. So when you get to homeboy, you could actually handle it. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I know niggas that flipped it though. Like, but shit, I'm good.
You chilling?
I'm good. I ain't 10 no more, man. I ain't got time to sit there Indian style in front of the fucking TV for 18 hours with my bowl of soggy ass Captain Crunch trying to flip bosses. I ain't got time for that shit. Like this, I'm telling you, every boss fight takes forever. And you have to have a certain combination of things to even be able to handle the nigga. So no, I ain't trying to do that shit again. I'm cool. I'm good. Look, it's in the save files. Niggas can get to it, but I ain't doing it. I'm cool.
That's funny.
It's unfortunate because the shit was good. It was fun. Like the lady was starting to power up, and I had gotten this, and they took the fucking the items away. So you get to a certain point where she gets this fucking grappling hook like thing that allows you to get to places you couldn't get before, and the shit is real useful. Like you get knocked off a platform. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't have that shit no more. So I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. They taking shit away. Like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
That's funny. It's sad, but true.
It's funny. It was real funny because when I turned it on, I was like, what the fuck? You ever seen one of those messages? You ever seen one of those messages of corrupted
On
data?
Metal Gear. Yeah, Metal Gear. Metal Gear, bro. All bad. Final Fantasy VII, 97 hours. All bad. All bad.
It's almost your heart drops into your stomach because of the time you put in.
It's like you lost a child, bro. Like you lost a child.
Or at least a favorite puppy. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like fuck, man.
I'm gonna miss my boy Cloud. You're my boy, Cloud. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I beat the game, but I was trying to do, I roll. So
I don't even want to talk about that. I got all the way to the end and couldn't beat the game. Nigga forgot to get a couple of material that he needed on the way there. And it's not like the game tells you, oh, you need some shit.
nah, not that game. Not at all. Yeah, that's when I found out multiple saves are necessary. Because I never knew. I was like, why are they giving us all these slots? Ain't nobody gonna use this shit. Say, game over. 100 times later. All right, let's go back to disc 2 because this isn't working. I'm keeping myself from winning. Yeah, man. Good old Final Fantasy. All right, well, that is it for this Monday, 6:30 p.m., an hour ago on the West Coast, PST. Chester. You can check us out next Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at www.blackafhq.com. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok at BLACKAZFU. You know what that spells. And yeah, man, B Walt, it's always a pleasure. Not sure how many times you're gonna dark skin finger me through text. Don't know.
That does not sound right, bro.
You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. I don't know. I still don't know why you did it. Like, you never explain yourself. You have a problem explaining yourself. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah. For the record, everybody, the 8 people that are listening, he said I have a problem answering the question. I digress. But teach his own, you know what I mean? All right, well, deuces. Y'all have a great Monday. Be productive. Smoke some weed and eat good ass cheese. Good ass fucking cheese. I'm just gonna keep talking until you stop recording. So,
Brotherhood blank approaching conversation kinetically about big shit. This is Blackest.